The cynical tongue. First of all, what is cynical? Cynical means believing that people are motivated purely by self interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. Day 14, the cynical tongue. Blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Psalm 1:1 from the King James Version. Eliab, David's oldest brother, was a true cynic. When David went down to the scene of the battle and saw Goliath, the Philistines' giant, who was intimidating the Israelites, he became indignant. He empathetically and confidently stated that he would personally take care of this uncircumcised Philistine. 1 Samuel 17:36. Circumcision was a sign of God's covenant of protection and provision for the Israelites. David knew that this bully had no such covenant with God. Only the Israelites could claim such a benefit. David was very secure in the covenant and totally embraced God's promise. Obviously, this was not so for Eliab. Now, Eliab, his older brother, heard when he spoke to the man, and Eliab's anger burned against David and said, "Why have you come down? And with whom have you left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know your insolence and the wickedness of your heart, for you have come down in order to see the battle." But David said, "What have I done?" 1 Samuel 17:28-29. Eliab, whose name meant "God is my father," imagine one with such a name running from the giant, scorned David's confidence in his motives. Cynicism had him in the grip. A person who is cynical scorns the motives of others. Cynicism is like venom. It poisons the atmosphere wherever it is present. Restoring to it will also poison your spirit and that of others. Find one cynical employee, parishioner, or family member, and pretty soon those with weaker minds are chiming and perpetuating the negative conversation. It can wreak havoc on any relationship in any environment. When I manage a staff of people who are always under the gun to complete important deadlines, I try to reward and distress them by taking the entire staff to lunch from time to time, because this required us to close our department for a couple of hours. Attendance was mandatory. There was one antisocial sorpus, however, who always puts a damper on our outings with her cynical remarks and overall negative attitude about the company. I finally started letting her stay at the office while the rest of us had a good time. I found that distancing myself from a cynic was my best coping strategy. As you proceed on your tongue fast, really begin to observe your comments in various settings and determine if you're being cynical or scornful. Retire from cynicism today. Today's affirmation: I am blessed because I do not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful.